We got RV SnapPads. We don't need these anymore. We had to make a modification to our camper due to RV SnapPads. Because of this modification, we still need these from time to time. Come on and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so before I dive into the issue that we ran into with our RV SnapPad installation, I wanted to first share with you some observations that we have made about these leveling blocks, or these blocks here. A lot of times we see people, and again, this is just a recommendation, this is how we do things, you do it how you want to do, but a lot of times we see people use these with the flat, smooth side down on the ground, and they'll put their jacks on top of this. So sometimes, in some cases, these little pieces right here will cause the metal pad on your RV to bend, because you've got this big gap in here, and it's just these 4 little points touching your RV pad. But if you turn it over, you've got this complete smooth surface here, and these act as a baseball cleat, and they dig in. If you're on a surface that's gravel or dirt, they'll dig in and actually hold better and give you more of a surface area for your feet to work on. And 2, if you are using these to level your RV by driving onto them, you can build them this way in the gravel or on the dirt, and they act like cleats again, and they won't move or pull as you drive onto them. Let's go under here and I'll show you what we had to do to install these RV SnapPads. 8 months ago, when I installed our RV SnapPads, I had to raise our rear and middle jacks. Our middle jacks I had to raise about 1 inch. Our rear jacks I had to raise over 2 inches, just because the thickness of the RV SnapPad is about 1 inch to 1.25 inches added to the bottom of the leveling jack pad. So our camper already came with the jacks really low from the manufacturer, and it was on my radar or list to do to raise our rear and middle jacks anyways. Now, is this an RV SnapPad problem or fault? Not at all. We absolutely love our RV SnapPads. It's just something that you have to do, and I believe that on RV SnapPad's website, it actually says to check the clearance of your jacks before installing your RV SnapPad. So they do give you fair warning that you may have to do this. Now, in our case, we were able to raise the rear and middle jacks because we didn't have any clearance issues with the top of the leveling jacks to our floor. But before you order yours, and if you're able to crawl underneath of your RV, do check to see how much you can raise your rear jacks. Now that brings us up to the question of why do we still need the orange leveling blocks? Because not all campgrounds are going to be level. We've run into this a handful of times, only a handful. But you'll pull up to a campsite and your campsite will be kind of sloped to the back. Okay, so that puts your rear jacks, when your RV levels, that puts your rear jacks even higher off of the ground. So you've already taken away maybe 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches off of your leveling jack capabilities. So when you hit that auto level on your RV, it's going to show that your RV jacks are out of stroke, meaning that there is no more distance that it can go down to touch the ground. So you will need some of those orange or yellow, whatever leveling blocks, or wood, whatever you choose to use. You will still need something to go under your rear jacks, and maybe even your middle jacks from time to time if you have middle jacks. With that said, it was a super easy install, and really raising the jacks was not that big of a pain. It was 4 bolts and just had to bolt them back up, you know, and go from there. So it wasn't bad at all, but again, it is worth the money and the investment to do. So that wraps it up for this video, and until next week, safe travels everyone.